Welcome again. We have seen so many tips and tricks of using laptop and how to make money. Today, I want us to see how you can check whether your laptop is running SSD or hard disk. So what is SSD? SSD is solid state disk. HDD is hard disk, the traditional way of storing data on your laptop. There is a difference between SSD and hard disk. One of them is in terms of performance. SSD has high performance in terms of speed compared to hard disk. Secondly, SSD cannot be easily damaged compared to hard disk. If your laptop falls down, your hard disk may crash. I've seen in many cases, after you have used a laptop for some time, hard disks usually crash. SSD, it's unlikely you find that. So how do you know whether yours is running SSD or hard disk? Right click taskbar, go to task manager, then you click performance. Under performance, you might see a lot of disks. Mine is one. You might see other disks. So you just click on the first one, confirm system disk is set as yes. If it is not, go to the next one, click. The one that have a yes is where your Windows operating system is installed. That's the one now you need to confirm whether it is SSD or hard disk. And you know that by checking whether there is type. On top, you can see the total space of that hard disk or SSD. If it is SSD, then remember your computer should be very fast. If it is hard disk, you note there is a lag. So if you note the HDD system disk is yes, and also the other disk is system disk yes, but type SSD. One is SSD, the other one is HDD. You only need to go to BIOS and set the boot order. You set the SSD to be the first one to open when computer boots. That's a bit technical, but it's something you can do on your head. I don't want to go into details of that. I'll show you maybe in the next tutorial how you can set which disk boots in and which Windows you want to run. What that means is you can run SSD and HDD in the same laptop, with SSD being the disk where operating system is installed, then hard disk being the secondary storage, so that you can store your files there and reduce the space. Remember, SSD, their space is usually smaller than HDD. The reason being they are expensive compared to hard disk. Like mine is 256 GB SSD, and it's where operating system is installed. If you have additional disks, you only need to check capacity. It will tell you whether it is a partition of an existing hard disk, and you only need to check the name and also space. If they are the same with the others, you know that hard disk or SSD is partitioned. Partition means splitting it into various storage capacities so that you can optimize on the space. But I usually don't advise on partitioning unless you want to store data on the secondary partition. But what happens if your hard disk or SSD is destroyed? It means even the data that you have partitioned will be destroyed. The easiest is get external hard disk or an extra hard disk. If your laptop can accommodate, you install it on your laptop. And remember, if this video helped you, I would request you hit that like button and also share that with our friend. And also remember to hit that subscribe button at the bottom, so that when I do in the next videos, you get notified. And also share this video with your friends. Turn on that notification bell so that when I do the next video on these tips and tricks and also how to make money, you get notified. Thank you so much. Let's meet in the next one.